This week, our heroes celebrate their 100th episode. Jess has a cool surprise, and we answer your questions. All this and more in this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Yeah, we did it, everybody! Thank you. Welcome to this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. We're good for your ears. I'm Dan, and you can find me everywhere at RFSdan.
And I'm Jess, and you can find me everywhere at Gone to Snow Dogs and Snow Dogs Vlogs. And Snow Dogs Shorts, because, you know, I just needed another channel in my life.
Right. Yes, where you can go see all things shorts.
Yeah.
From Gone to the Snow
Not my
Dogs.
shorts, like short videos.
Right. Yes. Yes. All right. Jess.
What?
This is the official start to episode 100. Yahoo!
I feel like we need, like, confetti. Edit that in. Hey, editor, edit that in.
Wait, that's me.
Oh, fix it.
I decided to go out.
Oh my gosh.
And I decided to make this really rad. You guys can check this out on youtube.com/ccmousepodcast because we do a live video version of what you are listening to now. I made a party mohawk.
You sure did.
The problem is it's green screened.
It looks kind of cool.
You can't really see it too much. Hold on, I have to fix this in the front.
It looks like that color-changing paint that people put on cars.
It is. Here, I'll turn my head sideways for a minute. You won't be able to hear me talk. But I should be able to get this on here. Does that work? I'll be wearing this episode. Even though I have a real mohawk, I decided to make one. We can say it better on this way. I decided to make one out of party hats that I found at the Dollar Tree. And I'm putting it on here. I was up at the register and I saw balloons, and I'm like, all right, balloons. And I was like, I would like balloons, please. 2 zeros and a 1. And they had the zeros and they had no 1. I was going to hang 100 balloons behind us, a balloon number behind us.
Right.
But they didn't have it. I was like, darn. But they only had this style of iridescent, like jet fuel party hats at the store. They had the one that said princess on it too, but I like this one. I like this one better. There, I'll put it off to the side here.
Could have got the princess party hats. Dang, if I would have kept those balloons I had, I would have had a 1 and a bunch of zeros.
I thought maybe you had something.
I don't.
Well, you have the Mickey Mouse ear, the Nightmare Before Christmas Mickey Mouse ears. I love that.
I do, and they're Christmas. This is actually Christmas themed. It's the Santa Jack. So
right. I thought I was so stoked. I got home from the store. I taped them all together. I put them on my head. I broke 4 of the 8 of them.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. This is my celebration of episode 100. Jess, we did it. It's almost been 2 full years.
You believe that?
I don't even know our start date. I should know this, but I don't know our start date. There's 52 weeks in a year, so 104 episodes, and so in about a month from now,
yeah,
will be when we started it. Oh my gosh, we've come so far.
Yeah.
We have come
Yes,
a long
we have. We
ways.
really have. Look, we're now doing video versions.
Right, we have a theme song. Yes.
I got a camera that's better than the camera I had last week, finally.
I know, huh? You look way clearer this
one
episode.
We didn't drop in water.
Right? But I'm excited. I mean, that's a pretty good monument. I remember listening back to Tell 'em Steve Dave, a podcast that I really liked. Maybe like 10 years or so ago, I was listening to these podcasts. Podcasts have been around a long time, people. Right. In case you didn't know, podcasts have been a long time. I've been listening to podcasts since like 2006, 2007, when Kevin Smith decided to have the Smodcastle, and he's decided to have his morning show. And I listened since then, but they did 100 episodes. I'm going like, wow, that's so many episodes of a podcast. And here we are.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, each episode's about an hour long, so we have over 100 hours.
Times 2, because, you know, it took us 40 minutes to get ready for this.
Right, yes. We have a lot of time into this, and there's a lot of hours of us in your ears. Thank you for everybody that's been there since the beginning. There has been people that have listened not only to every episode, but multiple times they've gone through and listened to all the episodes.
I saw somebody in the group, I think it was the other day, in our CC Mouse podcast group on Facebook, that said that they just found us and they started at the beginning and they were on episode like 26. And I'm like, no, don't listen to those. We sounded horrible.
I run across people that'll go through and they're like, I listen to everything. I'm like, man, up until we got that theme song, themes were very weird. Sometimes I go back and I'll try to listen to them. The audio was bad. We didn't know how to use the equipment.
Yeah.
We have really, really, really good equipment here, and we didn't know how to use the equipment. We've dialed that in. We've made it sound better. Every week I sit there and I try to mess with something until I figure it out. And I think we're pretty legit.
I think so too. I think we've done a good job.
I love it. It's fun. It's like our place to hang out every week.
Yeah. And our friends can join.
Yes. I did something to my camera because now like you can see.
Oh
like,
no!
There we go. Boom. Perfect.
The illusion is gone.
No way. I fixed the illusion. Yeah. Don't look behind here. I don't want you to know that I live in a house and
nobody sees the wizard. Not nobody. Right? Not know how.
I don't want you to know that I'm not on a background with like Christmas tree stuff. That's what my floor does look like though. Behind me on the floor is chunks of trees ripped out, pieces of tree chunks on the ground, broken ornaments. Mouse has just been using that thing like a woodpecker.
Isn't that what you wanted?
It is exactly what I wanted until I got it.
There you go. Until you got it.
Until I got it, yes. Yeah, he broke some ornaments.
That's why I have a fence around my tree.
I can't. My cats jump.
So do dogs, but
Your
she hasn't tried jumping the fence.
As soon as they learn how to like jump forward,
right? And then it's all over.
You're in trouble. They've never jumped any of those baby gates?
No. No.
Wow.
I had to knock on wood just to be sure.
Oh man, mine jumps off of the cat tree onto the other tree like it's like he's jumping from one skyscraper to the next. He loves it. And I did water it. It's watered now for all you that were concerned.
Goodness.
Yeah.
You're freaking me out.
I know. It's watered.
I sent you that TikTok earlier today, didn't I? Where the guy clips the tree and opens the tree. Did I send you that one?
Yes, you did. That was good.
So for those of you that haven't seen it, there's a guy that's got a tree all wrapped. And it's got the wire around it, and he clips the wire, and the first branches start to fall down, and he clips another wire, and the branches start to fall down, and then he clips the bottom wire, and all of the bottom branches fall off of the tree.
Yep. Mine was pretty wrecked. I shouldn't have got the display model that was sitting there all fluffed up. It looked like lightning hit my tree. There's all kinds of broken branches on the inside. I just kind of left them. I'm like, nothing to see here.
Yep. That's all you can do.
Mm-hmm. It just has to survive 4 weeks on Dantix. It's right behind me. If I were to take down this green screen, you would see it behind me. But it is. Last night I spent like a half an hour just vacuuming up pine needles to prove a point. And Mouse is like, perfect. It's clean. I'll go ahead and tear it up again.
Yep.
I have it hooked up to my Alexa plug. So I'm like, hey, trigger name. Turn on and off my tree, and then I can hear it click on and off. I'm like, isn't that great? That's a boss move. Even though it's literally easier for me to flip the switch up.
But that's not as fun.
It's not as fun.
It's just not. I love that option for ours. I love, for some reason, I just think it's great.
I feel so good with this on my hair. It just feels so great. I love it. So Jess, I got a list of things for us to talk about here.
Yay!
I know, huh? Let's talk about the McRib. I made a McRib video last week on the McRib. If you guys haven't seen that, you can see it on RFScats on YouTube. I'm sure all you guys subscribe to me on there by now, please.
If not, go do it. What are you waiting for? We'll wait.
There's a lot more people that we have subscribed to this podcast than myself personally. But on there...
What are you guys doing?
I know, right?
YouTube.com/RFSdan. Go check it out.
Don't you want to be a completist?
Yeah.
So on there I made the McRib video. Super fun video. So then you and Jamie had a McRib.
Yes, we did.
So I would like your review, because you told me about Jamie, but all you told me, you know what, I'll wait, but you didn't, I don't think I asked enough questions to get what I wanted out of you, and I decided I'd wait till the podcast. So you and Jamie went and got the famous McRib from McDonald's. How do you order yours?
With no onions, extra pickles.
All right, even though in my comments, somebody's like, pork and pickles don't go together. And I get it a little bit because pickles are so...
go together.
Pickles are so overwhelming.
I will fight you on that.
Look at you. You love the pickle.
Mm-hmm. If you're going to have a pulled barbecue pork sandwiches, put pickles on it. Which
I am making tomorrow. I pulled out a big pork shoulder.
Put pickles on it.
I'm going to, tear it up with the sauce so it looks like Arby's. I will try them I will put some pickles on there.
I will try the
pickles. So it comes with pickles and onions. So no onions for you though?
No onions. I don't like onions.
Okay. I love it just the way it comes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good about that. If we're ever hanging out, everybody, you can get me, anybody's like, well, what's your default go-to? Supersize #1 from wherever you go. Doesn't matter. Right. Burger King, Carl's Jr., whatever. Just put everything on there. I'm pretty easy when it comes to food.
Yeah. Yeah, that Jamie usually is too, but I don't remember what we were doing. We were busy and I was gonna go out and run and do something, and he said he was hungry, and I'm like, well, I can just grab food and bring food home, and that I was probably working or doing something crazy. And my favorite place, as always, is McDonald's. If I'm picking, it's McDonald's.
Yeah, me
Second
too.
choice, Second choice is probably Taco Bell. Probably. Or Culver's. No, it's
Culver's
McDonald's,
is
then
amazing.
Taco Bell, then Culver's.
Then Culver's? Wow. Culver's is... and Culver's has better food than both of them. It's just something. I don't know what it is. It's something.
It's because they make it when you order it, it doesn't sit there. And that's what I really like about it. Like, when I go there and get a chicken sandwich or a fish sandwich, it's hot because they actually make it as you order it. Unlike at a regular drive-thru where everything sits in like a hot tray. When you go to Culver's, there's a reason they make you pull off to the side and wait because they actually make your food when you order it. When
you worked at McDonald's, because the McRib's been around for close to 40 years. When you worked at McDonald's, what was it like during McRib season?
I don't really remember. I know a lot of people got really excited about it. I remember trying it way back then. I don't know that I have had it since then. Maybe once.
Right.
But like I said, we wanted lunch and I said, and you had just done the video and I had said something to Jamie. I'm like, do you want one? And I thought he was going to say no. And I was just going to get one and let him try mine. And he said, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So we both got one.
So what did Jamie think?
He didn't like it.
No, did he finish it?
No.
Because Jamie's the kind of person, I noticed watching Jamie eat, if he doesn't like something, like if I don't like something, I'll still kind of eat it. He's just like, nope, done.
Yeah.
Done, peace out. I'm like, but you're going to be hungry.
I'm trying to remember what he had the night before that he didn't like. I don't remember what it was, but he had eaten something like the night before, and he said it was the same texture as the McRib, and he just could not get past that. Couldn't get past whatever it was. He's like, it's not the flavor, it's the texture. He's like, I cannot do this texture.
I'm not a texture person. Only one thing hurts me on texture, and it's cottage cheese. I'm not a texture person, so okay, that makes sense. One time we all ate Subway, and he ate a little bit of it. He's like, this sucks. I'm done. And I'm like, don't throw that away. It's still food.
Yep.
So he was just not McHaving it.
No, he ate about half of it.
Okay, that's respectable.
Yeah, and then he just couldn't, like he said, it was the texture. He just he couldn't move past it.
But at that point, you're halfway through the forest. You might as well, go out the other side.
He ate the rest of his fries. And then I had bought a 4-piece chicken nugget for the dogs. And I said, well, that's not enough food for you. So eat 3 of these and the dogs can have 1. Well, he didn't want to do that. So he ate 2. So the dogs can each have 1.
That's great. So what did you think about it? All you told me is that it tastes like you remembered.
It tastes exactly like I remembered. I'm not a big pork person. Like, I don't really like I like bacon, but I'm not a big fan of ham. I hate pork chops. I don't like pork roast. I don't like pork
chop.
tenderloin.
I like pork roast. I'm with you though on bacon. I'm so over bacon.
See, I like bacon. I don't like ham.
Oh, ham's salty. I'll eat ham if I have to. Like, it won't bother me, but I am never ever choosing ham. That is the last meat I want to. Or bologna.
See, I like bologna, but I like fried bologna, so.
Right, or pickle bologna. Pickle bologna is good.
That too.
Right.
So I'm not a big pork person. I don't eat it very often. I cannot tell you the last time I made pork in our house. Like, if I'm going to make a roast, I'm going to make a beef roast, or I'm going to make chicken, or I'm going to make turkey. Like, and if it's pulled barbecued sandwiches, I'm making pulled barbecue chicken sandwiches because I just don't like pork. Very rarely I'll buy ground pork, like if I'm making like a stir fry or something like that, and I'll just use that because I don't like to cut up meat. So if I could just buy ground pork and throw it in there, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
It tasted exactly like I remembered. It reminds me of cafeteria food.
Yes. We had the hamburgers that came in foil wrappers.
Yeah.
It was like that. It's like that.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. It wasn't bad. It tasted like I remembered it. I mean, I ate it.
On the East Coast, do you have AM PM?
No.
It's like a gas station with a food mart in it, and it's really popular on this side of the country. And it tastes like, if you guys are from the West Coast, it tastes like every burger, which is in the foil wrappers, from AM PM, which is the same thing as school lunches.
Yeah, we have Speedway that has stuff like that.
Okay, right. We were like, oh, whoa, it's high school cafeteria.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much where it's not good. You probably shouldn't eat it, but you ate it.
But
anyway.
Here we go. Right.
Yeah.
Are you going to? Did you finish it?
Yeah.
All right. How many Jesses out of 5 does it get?
Maybe 3.
Yeah, it's just a whatever, huh?
It's one of those things that, like, it wasn't bad. I ate it, but I'm not gonna go get it again. I'm gonna get chicken McNuggets because they're just better.
My new jam at McDonald's right now is their spicy chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, I like their spicy McChicken extra pickles. Everything
Yes.
in life is better with extra pickles.
With extra, that's a shirt.
Yeah, right.
Right. Extra pickles, please. Pickles on pizza.
I would do pickles on pizza.
Would you really?
Oh yeah, 100%. When there was a whole big internet craze going on for a while where somebody had made a pickle pizza and it was made with a white sauce instead of a red sauce. So it was like that garlicky white sauce and they put pickles on it. And I asked every single place, every single small local places, I'm like, you guys should do this as a special. You should make this. And nobody would do it. Dill pickle soup. Have you ever had dill pickle soup?
I would try all of that, but no.
So good.
Are you the person that drinks out of you'll drink the pickle juice from the pickle juice jar?
I have, but it's not something I do regularly. I had pickle pops in my freezer for a while.
You're that kid. I don't like pickles that much. I've never had the individually packaged pickle.
Oh my gosh, I have.
Crystal gets those. I've never had one of those. I like pickles and stuff, but like, I don't need just to eat a pickle.
I do. And I'm very picky when it comes to pickles. I have bought jars of pickles that have been so bad, I've actually thrown them away.
Wow.
So I'm picky. Yeah.
Jess Piper's picky about pickles. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, yeah. Because I just didn't ask you how you felt about it. You just said it's just like you had remembered, and then I don't remember. You might have said more, but we might have been on to the next subject. So that is it. Let us know if you guys have had the McRib and what you think about the McRib. I am looking for people that like the McRib. Okay, so I've told everybody that I tell, I'm like, you need to get a McRib. All my comments, everybody's like, maybe I should try one, and all I type in caps is for a limited time. Go get one. I've had a couple friends who don't post on videos, and they've both sent me videos of them eating the McRib by themselves, and they don't know what to do with the video. I'm like, post it in video, right? Like, on RFScats Facebook group, just post it. Right? So I've definitely sold some Big Macs, or some McRibs. I've definitely sold.
I find it interesting the people that automatically hate it without ever trying it. That cracks me up the most. You know, why would you eat it? It's fake meat. Plug your ears if you don't want to hear this, Dan, but it's not fake meat. It's just pork shoulder. It's not actually ribs. It's pork shoulder.
I don't know. I watched the video on how they were made, and that's not what they said in the video.
Watch the video on Chicken McNuggets on how they're made, and you might never want to eat those again either.
Oh, and that's the thing. I'm okay with the pink slime.
Right.
I am not okay, but it's the same pink. It's pink slime. But
the McRib is made with pork shoulder. That's actually what it's made
But the
with.
video I watched was not pork shoulder that the McRib was made out of. It was all the stuffs that humans in America throw away, but that other countries
that's hot dogs.
Don't. Right, and then it was poured into a mold. I don't mind. That stuff does not bother me at all. Right. I don't care if it's beaks and feets or whatever the comments is.
Lips, snouts, udders, and tails.
What's that?
It's lips, snouts, udders, and tails.
Yes, I don't mind that. Oh my. That doesn't bother me at all. That doesn't bother me at all. I guess you know what? Let's keep on the food talk here. I got all these topics here. So yesterday I had this Dunkin' Donut review, and it was this macchiato. It was this macchiato. Oh, Blake kept correcting me. I had to leave one of those.
I thought it was great.
Videos.
Every time you said macchiato, I'm like, 100% anybody watching this knows you're not a coffee person.
Yes, and that's hard. I felt like the review was a little unfair because I'm not a coffee drinker, but
I thought it was great.
It's entertainment, whatever. It's
I thought it was great.
So I drink this macchiato drink, and here's how this happens. Jess and I talk this over all the time. What are we going to review today? What am I going to review today? You never know until, if you're lucky, you'll know 24 hours in advance. I did not know that morning what I was going to review, and it happens every day. I don't know what I'm going to review tomorrow for Thursday. Right. It's just, who knows? And
it's hard because you never know what's going to come out. Like you were saying, that chicken sandwich, is that out yet? Because that was supposed to come out. And if it's out, you should definitely do that because it's new.
Right. And that's at Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't see it on the menu yet, so I got to wait a day or two. Fortunately, I live in SoCal, and we get stuff first. So that's good. That's good. It'd be hard to review stuff in your town. And so I get this sugar plum macchiato drink. I don't even know what a sugar plum is. And okay, the point of this whole video, or the whole story that I'm telling you about this video, is I ordered it decaf with almond milk because I don't drink milk. And I don't do well with caffeine. No, you do not. With a specific caffeine. I love the Coke from McDonald's. That's fine. It'll give me some energy. I feel zippy. I don't drink any energy drinks. I don't drink Red Bulls. I don't drink the Monsters. I don't do any of that stuff. Whenever I have any kind of Starbucks type drink, it feels like all I can describe it, is drugs, even though I don't have like any basis on that kind of drugs. But I feel just like jittery and I don't feel good and I'm antsy and I couldn't shut up. So I order a decaf and I with almond milk. And I even when I get it, I'll still feel the sugar in it. But
right.
I pull through the drive-thru and I've had nothing but problems with the Dunkin' Donuts here. Last time I went and tried to get their sourdough breakfast sandwich that they were out of, they didn't know how to refund me since I ordered through the app, and they ended up just giving me a bunch of cash. Right? They're like, I don't know, sir. And so I'm like, okay, fine. So after it was like 10 minutes at the window before they figured out what to do with my stuff.
Right.
This time I go through the drive-thru and I ordered on the app as well. And they're like, we don't see your order. Oh, what was your order? And as soon as I tell them their order, oh yeah, we have it right here. And I don't think I can tell you for sure, they did not do decaf and they did not do almond milk.
Right.
So I drank this drink, I did the review, and then like for the next 2 hours, I annoyed everybody in the house. I played with the yo-yo at 100 miles an hour. I ran around. I was speaking so fast. I was obnoxious. I was poking things. I couldn't stand still. I was like on crack. I don't even know what that is, but I was like, is that it? Yeah, I was on
but that's what it was.
Speed or crack. Yeah, I was on that for like 2 hours. And when I was done, like I was just like, not depressed, but I was like, all my like serotonin was gone. You know what I need? I need another one of these drinks.
Right.
So I bounced off the wall until they pried it from my hands and poured it down the drain.
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time, Jess, and you know this. This is not the first time that, because I'll get these Starbucks drinks maybe like 2 to 3 times a year. I like some of them because they're fun and they're good. I like the chocolate caramel latte drink at Starbucks, right? And but then sometimes I'll message you and be like, they did not listen and they put caffeine in here. And now I'm at the bike shop bouncing off the walls. I'm fighting with the spiders on the wall. Like I'm getting into arguments with like a puppet hand. It's like I go crazy. So yes, they spiked me.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. I was probably texting you in all caps. It was like it was crazy. So that's why I don't drink those drinks. And you could tell in that review I was way out of my element in that.
Yes. You could. It was great, though. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it.
Coffee drinkers, man. You guys...
The faces you and Blake both made was the best.
We didn't mix it up until I talked to you on the phone.
You should turn those into gifts.
Should I? Coffee. When the coffee hits? When the coffee hits of gifts?
There you go. That's it.
So you
write
coffee,
that down.
You coffee drinkers, not only does the stuff taste like crap, but you guys smell... Just to let you know, you smell bad. Like, you smell bad. When I worked at NASA, there was nothing worse than smelling everybody's coffee breath at 1:30 in the afternoon in July when it's 110 degrees out. Yes, you smell bad. It's unattractive. It would be like kissing a smoker. Yeah, so you guys can check out that.
Jamie got a new coffee that smells phenomenal. I want to try it, but I know I won't like it. And it's the McCafe, so it's the McDonald's brand coffee.
Oh,
but
yeah,
you make it at home, but it's salted caramel mocha.
See that? I those 3 words. I'm down for those 3 words.
Oh man! Every time he opens that bag, I'm like, it smells so freaking good. And he really liked it. So I went to Meijer the other day grocery shopping, and of course, completely out. So I got online. I'm like, oh, I'll find it online because he really liked it. And it's hard to find a coffee that he really, really likes. And I got online. Nobody had it in stock. Finally found it at Keurig.com. And I had a couple coupon codes, so I ordered 3 bags.
Oh, nice. They came in bags. They didn't come in the little, like...
Yeah, they come in bags. Yeah, we have the what is it, the Ninja coffee maker thing.
Yeah. Does Jamie say it tastes like McDonald's coffee?
Better. Because he usually gets the caramel mocha from McDonald's. This is a salted caramel mocha.
See, that all sounds good. Sometimes if there's a gas station up the street that's got that little machine that does the cappuccino... Yeah. And I'll get one of those every now and then. I'll take a sip. It just sucks that it makes me so jittery, but I like that flavor. I like all the Coffee Mate flavors inside the coffees and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, and I've tried it and stuff, but I can't. I just give me an old-fashioned Coke in a can.
Right.
It does different things to me. I just shake and I malfunction. Like, I'm already naturally hyper. I don't really need any of this stuff at all. So, yeah, that was interesting. I ran around like Cornholio. I think I sent you the GIF for that.
You did?
I am Cornholio. Yes. Okay. What else do I have here for Food Talk while we're on Food Talk? Eggnog fudge, it says. This Friday, Crystal will be making eggnog fudge on Getting Baked with Crystal on RFScats a YouTube video, YouTube show. On my YouTube, yes. Yeah. So she'll be making eggnog fudge. I forgot, we've talked about this before. Are you an eggnog fan?
I've never had it. I've still never had it.
I got quiet for a second because I was trying to like think of like, I know you pretty well. Would you like this or not? I can't tell.
I don't know. Jamie says no.
Okay,
Jamie doesn't think I'll like it.
Jamie would know. Just like when I think you'll like something, and Greg's like, nope. Yeah, between the three of us, we'll figure it out. But yeah, there's something I was like, oh, Jess is gonna love this, and Greg's like, no, she won't at all. I'm like, okay, fair. So I don't know. I think maybe
they've known me a little longer than you. I've known Greg 25 years, and I've known Jamie for 23 years. So
just a little bit, just a little bit. You know what? Then you should stay away from it. But I'm so excited because it tastes so good. It tastes just like eggnog fudge.
Yeah, see, I would try it. I'm not against trying it. I've never had it. It's not something that like I see at the store and I go, oh, I should buy this. They did have the Fireball one, which I
did not see that.
I can't find it
everywhere. I looked at Aldi. I looked at Walmart.
Supposedly, it's only at Walmart.
I looked at Stater Brothers. I'll look again, but I looked at Walmart and I didn't find it.
I didn't look when I was at Walmart. I tried to keep my head down and just run through the store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to be on TMZ like.
No.
Yes, local recent million subscriber celebrity spotted
at Walmart.
Peopleofwalmart.com.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so she'll be making that this Friday. You guys should tune in and you can bake along with her. I'm excited about this because it tastes 100% like eggnog. I'm so excited. Okay, that's it. I think that is all the food talk that I have right now. One more thing real quick. You made some nice soup in the Instapot the other day.
I made broccoli cheese soup in the Instant Pot. Ooh. The next time I make it, I might make a video about it, or I might not. I don't know.
You should. I made an Instapot video. It's a mini video inside the vlog that I have for this Friday.
Right.
Where I cooked chicken or something, or I cooked turkey, or I cooked something in the Instapot, and it's me smash, Instapot. Like it's really easy. So you should do one. Because I think they're foolproof.
Yeah. I wanted broccoli cheese soup, and
it looked good.
We had the deli's only open 10 to 2, and I usually go at 2. So every time I think about it, or I get to that point, I'm like, God dang it, they're only open till 2 because they're shut down. Well, the inside shut down. We can't. Nobody can sit inside right now. So I always forget. My brother brought me some the other day though, and I just wanted it. That was what I wanted. And I looked in the freezer, and I had a bag of broccoli that I had bought the other day, and I'm like, I have everything here to make this. I'm making this. Found a recipe online, modified it a little bit because there's certain things I don't like, and it was the best broccoli cheese soup I had ever made.
It looked really, really good.
Yeah, I'm testing really whether or not it will freeze. I put one bag in the freezer, and I wrote on it test, so that because I have my
that's
soup
the control.
Well, I have my book here with it's
oh my gosh, do you have an old school composition book?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have one of those beige or those yellow peachy folders too?
Yep, it's yellow. Notice how it says soups on it?
Yeah, what's it say before that?
Breakfast 2012.
And then it's scribbled out. I like how you had to scribble it out just so we don't mistake it for 2012, for 8 years ago.
Yeah, we tore all those pages out. But this is my book of soups. Mm-hmm. Every time I make a soup that I really like, because I modify like everything that I make, I'll write it in here. And then I always write freeze as well or don't freeze because I always test it to see if I can freeze it because there's only 2 of us.
Right.
So if I make a big thing of soup, I can either, the next time I make it, if it doesn't freeze well, I'll try to cut the recipe in half so I make less. Because like the broccoli cheese soup made a lot. I got the serving we had, plus there's 2 servings in the fridge, and then I put 1 in the freezer.
Which everything freezes okay, right?
No?
No,
I make that loaded potato soup, and potato soup doesn't freeze well when you thaw it. The potatoes just turn to mush. But if you make loaded potato soup and you freeze it, when you thaw it, you have basically mashed potatoes. So then you just take and you put chicken on top of it and gravy, and now you have a homemade mashed potato bowl.
Okay, that works. Fortunately for me, I don't have to freeze anything because I have a Blake.
True.
I'm just just suck this down, eat this up, and he's like a human garbage disposal, so he'll just nail that for me.
Like when I make chicken noodle soup, I'll make like the full Instant Pot full of chicken noodle soup, and then I'll section it off into bags, and I'll write the date on it, and I'll freeze it, but I don't put the noodles in it. I make the noodles separate.
Yeah.
So that, because the noodles won't freeze. So I will make a full 5 quarts of chicken noodle soup, and then I will freeze it in bags. And then we don't know what we're going to have. I pull out a bag of chicken noodle soup. When the last bag comes out, I know I got to make more.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I can't put anything in my freezer, though. I'm full of all that meat. If you guys saw that video, I'm full of all that meat. Yeah.
Mine's full of dog food.
I did cook the turkey. I cooked a turkey breast 2 nights ago in the Instapot, and then I posted that picture on your profile. I've only used the Instapot maybe 4 or 5 times maybe, and I have yet to have an issue with the thing. It is amazing. Every time it's amazing. The problem I had though is I put the leftover turkey in the microwave to get it away from the cats. I did all the dishes. I got everything good to go. I put it all in the fridge. The next morning, left the meat in the microwave.
Yeah.
I felt pretty foolish. I was the turkey. In this instance, I was the turkey. Yeah, that sucked. But oh my gosh, Jess, this Instapot. Last night,
I love it.
Crystal and I were looking on whether we get the air fryer lid or we buy another air fryer. And we watch a lot of YouTube videos and reviews. Crystal and I are different. She only wants to read what's happening. I only want to watch YouTube videos on what's happening. So we had them both going, trying to figure out that. I was going to text you last night about it, or I started to, and then I don't know. Did I text you about that or no?
Nope.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, what do you think? Is it all about that Instapot lid, or is it about a whole nother air fryer?
I had an air fryer, and I gave it to my mom and dad. Then I had another one, because companies like to send them to me, and I gave it to my brother. Because I have a convection oven, so I don't really need the air fryer.
And you have a deep fryer.
And I have a deep fryer. Yeah,
right.
Because what's the point in air frying things when I can actually fry it?
But that deep fryer takes up a lot of real estate. It owns 20% of your kitchen. Like, if you were to take it off your kitchen, it would on the counter, it would look good, but where do you put it? Downstairs? That's a lot of steps.
I can put it in the bottom of my pantry. It'll actually fit in the bottom of my pantry. I just leave it out on the counter.
Okay.
But you'll be surprised how big an air fryer is. It's almost as big as that deep fryer.
That's what I'm saying. It is. So it's like, do you get the lid? But when the lady stored the deep fryer, or she stored the lid, the deep fryer was just taller, but it still took up pretty much the same amount of real estate. Do you have a preference? I know this is so way off topic. Do you have a preference? Since I'm trying to buy an air fryer, or I'm trying to get something, would you get that lid?
If it was me and I were to get one, I would get the lid, because I already have the Instant Pot, and I love how easy the Instant Pot is to clean. The problem that I had with the air fryers that I've had is they are a pain in the butt to clean.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I was at with them. I liked the idea of the air fryer Instant Pot lid because the Instant Pot's so easy to clean.
It looked, when the lady did it on all 3 videos that I watched, they all got pretty good reviews. The only thing is, though, she was able to cook a little bit more in the air fryer because it had a little bit more bottom space than just the pot. Because in the Instapot, oh man, I'd love Instapot talk on a podcast, right? On the Instapot, there's still that metal bowl that goes in there. Plus, now there's an inner ring that the air fryer goes on. I would have loved to have replaced that and been a little bit wider and just replaced that bowl.
The new Instant Pot that you can buy that comes with the lid.
Yes, because there's like that 2-in-1.
Yeah. There's a different one out there that does that. They had it on sale at Meijer. But I don't know. You guys have a toaster oven anyway. Why do you need an air fryer?
I need to do something with like French fries or onion things.
You can't put those in the toaster oven? You
could, but my toaster oven isn't very big, and I never thought about that till now. And neither is really the Instapot lid with the real estate, but it had stackables. It was stackable. But the lady did okra, and she just cut potatoes, and I could hear it crunching in her mouth. So I'm thinking probably the Instapot lid, and it's less expensive.
Yeah, that's what my convection oven does. Like, I have a big fan inside my oven, and I can set my oven to oven or convection oven. And that's all an air fryer is a convection oven. And basically what it does is, because it's got the heat and the fan, it keeps everything dry, and that's what makes it crispy.
And I like that. And there's no grease you put in there, because I am eating my way to YouTube fame in an early grave. With these food reviews, so I want something that I don't have to put a bunch of oil or grease in there. We do a lot of like panko chicken or like chicken katsu. And I don't want to like put it in like the oil and stuff like that. And bacon in the oven's okay, but I want that crispiness. So I think I might get that. I think I might have to get that lid. But if you were on the fence, or if you're thinking about an Instapot, or you kind of suck at cooking,
Yeah, I suck at
fellow
cooking, and I love my
cookings.
Instant Pot.
Oh my gosh, yeah, right. If you want something cooked all the way through evenly every time,
Yep.
if you want that rice and the chicken to be equally ready at the same time, if you want to save that oven space.
Spaghetti. One pot spaghetti. You throw it all in there. One pot. I love it.
I don't get it, and I don't even get how this convection oven thing
should
lid
get
works, because she had crispiness on every bite and stuff was piled on each other. You should get an Instapot. It will level
we
up
should
your
reach
cooking.
out to Instant Pot and try to get a sponsorship for the podcast. What are we doing?
I know, right? You should, though. It definitely will up your game. It's so easy. You walk away, it plays Nintendo noises. Like, I felt like I've done it. Oh my gosh, like, I'm so accomplished. Like, it's
Right?
great.
Right?
All right, and that ends our Instapot talk. All right, next topic here that I have to talk about, Jess. 1
my gosh.
million subscriber
I
play
should have
buttons.
brought it in here.
Go grab it. I'll go grab it. I'll set it up to scene. Go get your button.
It's not really like opened.
Is it wrapped up?
Well, it's wrapped in plastic.
I don't care. If you don't want to visually show it to anybody, you want to hold it
No,
for
I
some
will.
surprise.
I'll
Okay.
go get it.
You go get it, and I'll set up the
I'll
scene. All right.
BRB.
So Jess hit 1 million subscribers on Gone to the Snow Dog. Good job, Jess. Good job, Jess. And she got her play button, which the play buttons, and I'm sure she'll repeat this, sometimes it takes months to get it. Sometimes it comes really fast. The play buttons have evolved over time. So it's going to look a lot different than our other play buttons, which I've seen one in real life, and they're really neat. Like, that's a really, like, hard thing to do these days is earn a play button. I'd love a play button. I'd love one play button, even 100,000 play button. I would love just one play button to put on my wall for my memories of, like, hey, the time that I spent 10, 12 years on YouTube and I was a content creator and it was a lot of fun. Like, here's something for it, right? So Jess's Snow Dog's button came, and it looks amazing. It's so big. She sent me a picture of it the other day, all holding it, and you can see the, like, honest smile on her face. And I love that part where Jess is like, you could tell Jess it plays tough, but like I could tell that she was super excited to get this 1 million subscriber play button, which is really cool. It's incredible in the year 2020 that you're making a living. Look at that. Oh, I love it. If you guys are listening to the audio version of it, please go to youtube.com/CC Mouse Podcast and look at the video version of it. It is Jess, the reigning, defending, undisputed 1 million subscriber dog champion of the world. Oh my gosh.
Big it is.
It's so big. It looks amazing. It looks heavy and substantial.
It is.
Is it?
It's very heavy. It's very heavy. It's solid. Look how thick it is.
You should wear that thing around your neck like Flavor Flav.
I don't think I can.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I love it, Jess. I love it. Look at
Still
that
in
thing.
the-
It is so big. It's so bigger than you. But you're like really, if you've never seen Jess in real life, she's like a third smaller than what you think she is. And I love that. That looks amazing. Don't get no fingerprints on there.
I know.
Don't get
The
no
dogs have
fingerprints.
to Hi, dog. The dogs have to unbox it on their channel. So the only thing... Whoa, don't fall. God, that's heavy. The only thing I have done so far is opened it, and that's about it.
Did you just stare at it?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
Yeah,
beautiful.
I think Jamie and I both did. And then I pulled it out of the box, and he's like, I have to take your picture. He never takes my picture.
You looked so, honestly, you looked so happy when you sent me that picture. You just looked so, like, happy.
He took that picture,
That
and
is
then he
awesome.
sent it to a bunch of people, and then my phone kept going off, and I'm like, who's all these people texting me? Like, his cousin texted me, and I'm like, did you text your cousin? He's like, I texted everybody. And I'm like,
You got an
okay.
award. You should give a speech like Sally Field. You like
Right?
me. You really,
You
really like
me.
Good job.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I want to do a video with the dogs where they kind of do the
Absolutely.
little unboxing thing. And
Are you
I
able
gotta
to do
get
that?
some-
Like, are you able to like wrap it up in wrapping paper, and will they kind of scratch at it and like open
it's
it
a
up?
big black box that it came
The box
in
was
that's
red.
sitting
It was
over there.
black, and it said YouTube on it.
Yeah, the best part was the UPS dude that brought it to my house brought it all the way in the garage to the door. Probably because he knew what it was.
Yeah, yeah. And that's another reason, like, I can't be a FedEx driver. I'd be like, what is this? Like the
Right,
dipping
right.
dots. And the guy had dipping dots in the back of his FedEx truck. I'm like, we should open your dipping dots. He's
So
like, no.
I found out, which I did not know this. I think it's something new. I can order another one of these if I
Can I
want
have
to.
one? Can you sell them? Who wants one? Right now, we're taking
You cannot
pre-orders.
sell them. You cannot sell them. If you get caught selling them, YouTube will not allow you to get any other ones.
That's
But
so
like, remember
crazy.
how we were wondering how What's Inside cut their play button in half?
Yes, I thought they were just cool about it. I watched another person that was it the crazy Russian hacker, the guy that shoots guns all the time?
Yeah.
They shot theirs in their video too. I'm like, but how could you do that?
Yeah, so you can actually get another one, but you have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay for it, and then they have to verify who you are and verify the channel. But the idea behind it is, if you had a channel that had like 5 people that built, like the Try Guys, there's 4 guys on the channel. If they each wanted their own, they could each have their own to display at their house.
That's awesome.
That was kind of cool.
Do you mind? Is it weird, like, if I ask like how much they cost if you were to buy more?
It was $150.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Well,
the way it's substantial,
so
that looks okay.
I have the 2 old style play buttons. When I hit 100,000 subscribers, I have the old. I can grab one if you want me to grab one. You want to grab the old one?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's just right there. Grab it and we'll look at
it's
it.
It's right here.
While you're doing that and you can't hear me, I'm looking up play buttons here, and you can get customizable play buttons. You can get them actually that look just like, play button plaque. Okay, so you can buy the play buttons and then you can get the plaque for it that looks just like the new gold one. You can get you can get the play buttons.
So this was our 100,000 subscriber, and this is what they used to look like.
Okay, so it's screen printed on the glass.
It's shadow glass, shadow box. This is printed on here, and then there's a...
Is it printed on the outside, or is it reverse print on the inside?
I don't know.
Is it smooth or not? Or can you feel the writing?
Smooth.
Okay, so it's just printed on the back of the glass. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's from what year?
This would have been 2012? 15?
Was it 15? No, we were 15. We were already friends by then. So we were at like 2-3 when we first hung out at VidCon. You hit a milestone our first VidCon. It was like 3-2-3. So
I don't remember.
Okay, so they've come a buttons have come
This was
a long
100,000 subscribers though. This is the 100,000 subscriber one.
Right,
I think this was like 2015 when I got this.
But even now, the 100K one looks more like the new one that you got.
Yes. So because they don't match, and that's going to drive me absolutely insane, I bought the silver one in the same style as the gold one.
Okay, let's talk this through. What's the next play button? 10 million?
10.
Yeah. Okay. You could get there, but that's the millions.
It would be a long way off.
That's okay. Okay, so I don't mind you getting that. I don't mind you doing that if they're not going to change again, because 10's a pretty big leap.
I really liked having the 2 play buttons that I had sitting in front of my fireplace. They have sat in front of my fireplace for years, and I finally moved them into the office, and honestly, I really like them better out in front of my fireplace. I know it's stupid, but that's where they sat for so long.
It bugged the heck out of me.
I know, it bothered everybody. They're like, why are these not hanging on the wall? Like, why are you not proud of this? But the thing was, I filmed a lot of videos in my living room. So they were in all my videos because that's where I was filming videos. So that's where I wanted them. And I used to sit in front of the fireplace and do videos, and that's where they were. Like, that was just where they were. So those are going to go back where I like them. And then the gold one and the new silver one will go on my shelf.
That's good.
Which,
okay.
I don't think they'll actually fit on the shelf. I think we're going to have to move the shelf because it's way taller than I thought. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. It probably weighs 10 pounds.
That makes me happy that you're going to do that, even though it's none of my business. But that makes me happier, because I was just like, that's so much prestige. Like, why is your Oscar holding up the end of the table that's wobbly? Like, so
right?
Okay, yeah. And I see that you can buy play buttons on eBay, and you can buy the gold plaque that you have, and they'll put a play button in there and engrave it for you. About $88, $90.
Yeah.
But
still not the same.
But you know what I was looking for right now when I was looking on eBay? I was looking for David Dobrik to be like selling his play button or something like that. I don't see any of that.
You can't do that. They specifically said that if I were to do that you will never get another one.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong, so I get it. So congratulations, Jess. That is amazing.
Thanks.
Dang, in 2020 you can achieve this milestone that wasn't even talked about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When did they do monetization on YouTube? Because I had posted a picture on Instagram the other day. Did you see that picture that I was live streaming in 2009 or whatever? Before there was monetization, play buttons, any of that stuff.
I want to say it was 2008 was when the partner program started.
Really?
But it wasn't. Yeah, but it wasn't like it was now. You had to be specifically invited. There was no application process.
You're right, because then they open it up to everybody.
Yeah, and when I got in with Gone to the Snow Dogs, so at first it was an invite only, and then it went to you could apply, and you would apply. Well, what it was if you had a video that started doing good, you would get an email from YouTube and it would say, this video is popular. Would you like to put ads on it? And you'd go, well, heck yeah, I want to put ads on it. But you weren't part of the partner program. You were just you got to put ads on certain videos.
Right.
So after a while, you would keep getting this email. Hey, this video is popular. Hey, this video is popular. So then once that started happening, they changed the way the partner program works, where instead of invite, you could apply. Well, you could apply, and then if they denied you, you couldn't apply again for 30 days. So I think I applied 3 different times. And then I finally got accepted. And I got accepted when you had to actually apply. There was no minimum, you got to have, 1,000 subscribers and watch time and blah. There was none of that.
But at that time, you had already made the front page of YouTube. You already had, been entered in that contest to be on the front page and stuff like that. Like, you'd already gone through all that.
No, not when I got into the partner program, because that was 2012. On the Rise was 2012.
Okay, so it was all around that time.
Yeah, I think I got accepted into the partner program right before that. I think it was 2011. I have the original email somewhere.
And that's right around the time they started live streaming. Because I tried to look up to see how much ahead. Because I was doing it on Justin TV, which is now Twitch.tv.
Right.
And I was looking. They didn't start the open live stream program till 2011. You even know in 2010 you could be invited to it and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, there wasn't much going on. And do you remember when they would announce of you might only get 1 or 2 cents per 20, 40, 50 views or whatever, and they're like, that's weird, I'm gonna get a nickel every month for making YouTube videos. And boy, has it evolved.
It really has. I mean, we got in on that channel through the application process, and then the vlog channel was the same way. We got in through the application process right before they switched it to where you had to have, so many subscribers. No, they switched it to where anybody could get in. Anybody. It didn't matter. If you had a YouTube channel, you could apply. And then now they switched it again where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time.
Well, why? Because it's just the ocean, the sea level has to keep rising.
The reason they switched it again was because they had a lot of people that were gaming the system and taking advantage of the system. So they would get monetized because anybody could get monetized, and then they would steal other people's videos and they would make a bunch of money off of other people's videos, or they would be uploading movies and they would make a bunch of money before they got caught.
It was the wild, wild west for a little while.
Yes. So now it's 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, because YouTube kind of wants you to prove that you're legit.
There's just
because
too many.
There's so many channels. Back in the day, to prove you were legit, you had to go through an application process. Somebody actually looked at your channel. They would email you and talk to you, where now there's too many. There's 37 million YouTube channels, and only 22,000 of them have over 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, see, okay. And even that's still a lot for them to have to put out, because how many of those have 100,000? Which I'm concerned, all I ever want in my life is to have a maybe even 100K plaque on my wall of just hey, this is a memory of when I YouTubed in my life, and here's my accomplishment for it. And I'm worried that soon it's going to get bumped up another 100K. Because there's just too much stuff out there. You don't think so?
It won't. No, because even the amount of people that have 100,000 subscribers pales in comparison. 22,000 people out of 37 million channels. That's less than 0.5%. That's less than 0.5% of all the YouTube channels actually have over 1 million subscribers.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
And 100,000, it was more. There's more people that have 100,000, but it's still, the average YouTube channel doesn't get over 1,000 subscribers, right around 1,000 subscribers. So it's just, I don't think they'll change it. I think it's still... you'll get a silver play button at 100,000 subscribers.
That's cool. Good job. That's so cool. It's interesting, the history of things that have evolved.
Yeah.
In YouTube, and how much has changed.
Yeah.
So the next milestone that you could probably achieve is maybe if we could get the Snow Dog Vlogs channel to 1 million.
Yes.
What would be easier? Would it be easier to get that to 1 million, or to take maybe your Shorts channel or something and get it to another 100K?
The Shorts channel's closer, because the Shorts channel is at 26,000 right now. So the Shorts channel has less to go. The Vlog channel's at 275,000, so I still have to do another 225,000 to even get, because I have a silver play button for the Vlog channel. So the next channel technically would either be the cooking channel, which I don't really upload on because I, not like I don't have enough to do.
Because you can't clone yourself?
Yeah, or the Shorts channel, which used to be Arcade Snow Dogs and is now Snow Dog Shorts.
I think we could push for that.
Yeah, I think that would be the next channel to actually make it happen. I promoted it for the first time on the Dogs channel yesterday, kind of told people that it was out there for anybody that didn't know. Because a lot of people didn't subscribe to it when it was a gaming channel because gaming wasn't their thing. But now that it's like old content, which I've started going through my catalog of old content of like videos of Shiloh that have never gone anywhere and videos of Oakley that I have. And I'm like, I have so much content that I could tell these short stories with the dogs in 1 minute content. So I have a ton of notes written down for things that I'd like to do. The plan for me will be to upload a video there every other day. So we'll see. Shut up. Don't look at me like that.
Divide by 2. So, Jess, there's a few other things
Don't tell me what I can't do, because
there's the Jess I know.
You know what happens? You know what happens when you tell me what I can't do?
Yep.
There was somebody this one time that told me, well, don't be upset if nobody watches your videos.
Yep. Don't.
And I know why he told me that. He told me that because he knew if he told me that would be the trigger.
What do you do for actual work, Jess? I love that was the comment. That was a comment the other a week or so ago. What do you do for actual work? I love that. I love it. There's some other topics we have to talk about. But I think we might have to push those a week because I want to get into something that's super important for this 100th episode, and I know you need to go make some dinner pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, I actually posted in the CC Mouse podcast Facebook group. I love all of you, all 1,100 of you. The 100th episode is coming soon. Write whatever you want down below, and we will go through your comments and discuss things. Let's go ahead and head into that before we wrap up the show, and then all the other topics that I have about our Spotify music and about Lord of the Rings and stuff. I think we might have to tackle that next.
Yeah, we can do that next week. The Spotify stuff will still be relevant next week.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Jess is like a YouTube produce department. She'll tell me like, yeah, but you should have done this 2 weeks ago, or this is gonna come up, or if you don't do this thing now, it's gonna expire. Nobody's gonna care, and I love it. I love it. So as long as this won't expire till next week, let's go on to this thread that I posted here on the CC Mouse podcast Facebook group. We'll read people's well wishes. They had some questions for us, and we'll do that.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Blake just walked out and looked at me and said, "Oh my gosh, you like my unicorn hat?" He just laughs and shakes his head. I forget that I'm his dad.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I only can imagine if he has got a family and he has kids, what he's gonna be like as a dad. from the blueprints of what he has for me. Okay, here we go. So in this CC Mouse thread, Brenda says, would love to see you both in the same room again, with a smiley face. Oh, I would have loved to have been out there.
If it wasn't for COVID, it might have been something we could have made happen.
Something. But if it wasn't for COVID, we'd be at the Novi Pet Expo, and we would have been doing a bunch of things. We had plans for a lot of stuff to happen live in person this year, but we'll just push it back a year.
Yep.
So thank you for those well wishes. I love it when we're in the same room.
The dynamic definitely changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more like what it's like when we hang out in person.
Yes.
Which, us hanging out in person is pretty much just one big podcast episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yesterday we both got up and we walked. Like, you walked the dogs, I walked around the block, and we just talked for I don't know, 30, 40 minutes on the phone while we walked, and it's just pretty much what you hear. You're here.
Yep.
So thank you so much for that. Jim Johnson, he's got a bunch of stuff. Congratulations on 100 episodes. I'm hitting 50 episodes of Cook It and Eat It this week myself. Yeah, Jim's been putting out some content, some cooking content. I love that. I love the creation. I hope we've inspired that. Talk about how A Christmas Story is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. I think it's really up there. Like, it should definitely go in the time capsule. Jess will have other opinions on what she thinks the best Christmas movie of all time is.
Yeah.
What's your best Christmas movie of all time?
I don't know.
It's not Christmas Story, though?
It's not a Christmas story.
Does the Christmas Story go into the time capsule?
I like that movie. Yeah, I do like that movie. I would put it in a time capsule.
It'd be nicer to have a movie like that, like, remade again, that had some sass, but not quite Billy Bob Thornton.
I don't think you could remake that movie. It's a Wonderful Life is still my top Christmas movie.
See, and I don't know if is that the one where every time the dude does something, an angel gets its wings?
Yeah.
See, I'm not sure that I'm familiar with that. I will say, being 7-8 years old when A Christmas Story came out, it was really creepy to catch it a little bit on TV and see, like, it was almost like a horror movie to me. It was so bizarro, and the first scenes I saw was ho, 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 as Peter Billingsley gets his, head shoved down by the boot of Santa Claus. So it really creeped me out, and then I didn't see the movie again for 5-6 more years, and I was like, what was that flashback of when I was a child, and what movie was it? But it's a good movie. I have nothing wrong with it. Part 2 was crap. He also says a final behind the scenes account of the day Jess made the 1 million subscriber cakes. Oh, the cake day. Not even the countdown to 1 million, which that day we talked about that on the podcast. That day
we did.
That day was crazy. I felt like I was on a submarine and we were gonna like hit the missiles.
Yeah.
So what was it like with the 1 million subscriber cake? Oh, there was some stuff that happened that day.
It was just a disaster. It was 17 hours of insanity.
Oh my gosh. It was over multiple days because I'll set this up for you. You were trying to make a dummy one to see if it worked the next day. You were trying to fill it up too much, not too much.
I had to get the right cake pans. I didn't have the right cake pans. Nobody in town had the cake pans I needed.
Spray
so
paint.
I had to rush order all the things, and then and then I didn't know how it was going to work out. And it was 17 hours of
crazy.
insanity
How many
for the
trips to
video
the store?
to do nothing.
I know, right? 3 trips to the store. We don't know if we wanted gold sprinkles, gold cakes.
God.
Is the play button going to sit up on the top there? Do we have to hold it up?
Reading the ingredients of everything, going, is this dog safe?
Is this
It's
dog
got
safe?
sugar in it. They really shouldn't have sugar, but a little bit of sugar never killed anybody. So,
Right.
and you're like, okay, I can't buy this, or don't buy this, or
You need
who's
a
going
dog
to judge
food
me for
brand
doing this?
called Carob Not Chocolate. And it doesn't even have to be about that, but like just, yes, it was a bunch of that. It was a bunch of trying to get them to stand upright if they were over or underfilled, throwing things across the room, I'm sure, quitting, deleting the channel, undeleting the channel. Yeah, we made it
multiple times.
The balloons.
I can't tell you. And Jamie was out there working on the house,
right?
So I can't tell you how many times I texted him going, "I hate this. This is not working. It's not." Because normally when I bake a lot, like a lot of the dog treats, when I start to panic, that's when like out of nowhere he comes in and he goes, "Doot, doot, 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 ta-da!" And I go, "How the?" Okay, cool. I didn't have to do it, and you fixed it. This time it was like, you're not here, and I'm done. I quit.
How
and I kept
blowing up all
texting
the
him
balloons?
pictures of, whoa, hi Memphis. Don't
You had to
knock the
blow up
green
all those
screen over.
balloons?
Yeah.
Yes. We had the 1 million behind there. Like, and then that was blurred out. Like it was an interesting, I wish I saw that conversation. I probably do. It was an interesting day.
Yeah. 17 hours.
Yeah, but we nailed it, and like honestly, this is the best problem to have. Like, no, 17 hours for 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, it was worth it. I'm glad I did it. I love how it turned out. I'm sure eventually, like the rest of the videos, it flops at the beginning, and then eventually it'll take off. If not, well, it was still fun.
Yeah, exactly. And then the final question from Jim: what would 100 episode Jess and Dan tell episode 1 about Jess and Dan? And this is something that people said that they wanted to hear answers to this specific question. So, what would episode 100 tell episode 1?
Stop overthinking it.
That's a good one. I honestly could see this right here, what we're doing right now. I could see it. I had a clear vision. I knew what it was going to be. I've been trying to get Jess to do a podcast for 2 to 3 years. I knew the value in it. I knew it would get like this. I knew the first 30, 40 episodes, I told her this. It's going to be hard till they buy into who I am. People knew who I was from the YouTube stuff. And I show up a handful of times a year in your videos and vice versa. Now we're bumping shoulders. We're here every week. You have to vouch for me. Your audience has to vouch for me. What's Dan? When do we figure out who Dan is? When do you figure out my gimmick? When do you figure, and I knew it was going to take a bunch of episodes until that happened. And I think it was probably, we'll get to the episode where I think things started changing around, but it was going to be more of a hill climb for me to get into your guys' hearts than it was for Jess, who pretty much already has a built-in audience, which drives everything here. It's hard. And I'm going to speak for you, Jess. As a content creator, Jess has to vouch for all these people that hang out. Me, some of your other friends, everybody else. We're still an extension of your brand. And when I say your brand is what's pushing and driving the way. I act the fool, it reflects on you. So I knew that, like, going into this, that I was just going to be myself because it's worked out before, but it was going to take a while to see if the audience was going to buy into who I am versus your demographic. You're a very chill dog demographic. Right. And I'm manic. And so I knew that it would end up being exactly the way it was here today. Not being cocky, we just had to get to it. It just had to take time. Right. It's just like when you like anything or you like a TV show. How many episodes in until you buy into it and you're like, I love this.
And I think, like I said, in the beginning, we tried so many different things of like, let's make sure we have topics and let's a hard 15 minutes on something and then move on to the next thing.
Yes,
and like
heavy editing.
And we're neither of us are structured people. For those of you that don't know, there's one thing that Dan and I have in common, and it's I'm going to start 20 projects. And then you
80 irons in the fire.
Yeah, you do that. You do them. So it's 1 through 10, but you do it in this order: 1, 5, 7, 9, 3, 2, 4, and that's pretty much how things get done. And they never get done when you think they're going to get done. And we both have that issue. And I feel like with this, we were both trying so hard. We almost tried too hard in the beginning.
Yes.
So when we finally stopped overthinking it and kind of just chill out, it is what it is. Put the same thing that I try to put with everything else that I do. You do it, you put it out there. If it fails, move on. Fail fast.
But that
move
doesn't
forward.
come right away. In the beginning, 80% of my brain power is, does this sound good? Does this sound okay? What are we saying? How do we segue? We had sound effects at one point. I would heavily edit out everything. You guys know my editing version. Smash, 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 smash cuts. I'm smash cuts. There's no time for audio space wasted. Watch this.
Right.
Hear that blank space? I'm not editing that out anymore. In fact, I don't edit almost anything out of the podcast anymore. But that doesn't come with episode 1s. That comes after you guys have bought into the episodes where we can be more relaxed and chilled. Now I know it's going to look good. I know it's going to sound decent. I don't have to worry about that, and I can concentrate on being relaxed. Shoulders down. I can chill. I can flub up a word. We would go back and re-record stuff, or like I would re-word stuff and edit stuff out. It was driving me insane to try to get it perfect. And it doesn't have to be perfect, everybody. It really doesn't have to be perfect. So to reiterate, for me, I knew it was going to be like this. It was just going to be a matter of time.
And we did it!
And we did it! So good questions. Thank you so much. Everybody liked that question. Madison says, congratulations on the 100th episode. I enjoy listening to them when I have a bad day or something to listen to. That makes me feel good. Y'all are amazing people. You guys' channels are so amazing. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Megan says, congratulations, guys. I love the podcast so much. You make me laugh and it brings happiness every episode. That makes me feel good because we put out these episodes. And I'll see the writings of people that'll comment and stuff. We don't hear anything. It's like doing the Dantech show. I don't hear any laughs, feedbacks, and everything. Sometimes it feels like I forget every now and then that, like, oh, we have a decent, we have a good podcast.
We do. We have an amazing audience.
Right.
We have a very supportive audience, which is what I love.
We do. We're not foul. We're not out of control. Like, I do love that. Crystal says, congratulations on 100 episodes. So awesome. Happy for you two guys. So many more episodes, and congratulations on 2 years of fun podcast making. Oh my gosh, it's almost 2 years.
Yeah.
It is almost 2 years. Glenn says, what if there was one episode where Jess did the intro instead of Dan?
The comments like that always crack me up. They're like, what if somebody else did this? That's no.
Jess and I work together like Steve Jobs and Wozniak. Right. Jess knows what to do with the product. I make the product. I come in there and I do all the things, but I don't do any of my own thumbnail making, SEO, anything like that. What's trending today? You were researching for my video on how people were wording their titles. That stuff bores and it kills my creativity. I just want to create. I just want to juggle the balls. I just want to have fun, and Jess can take it and run with it. So I don't think there's ever a time where Jess is ever gonna do the intro, because I just don't think it's game. And there's never a time where you're gonna see me do the SEO for the podcast. So I don't know if that would work.
Nope, because I'd be behind there going, I gotta fix all this stuff. Who let you touch this?
Yeah, right. Becky says, congratulations on 100 episodes and almost 2 years. Thank you so much. Yes. Adrian with the question that we're gonna stop and talk about for a second. Happy 100 episodes, heroes. What's your opinion on metal Christmas music? I love it. That's always my Trans-Siberian Orchestra, or like a baby metal
Christmas music.
I'm in.
I like pretty much. I don't like slow Christmas music.
Right, you're not dreaming of a white Christmas.
I mean, I like it, but like that's not. It's just not what I really want to listen to. I like fast-paced, loud, crazy. You saw the video that I did for the lights for the house the other day.
Nobody else has seen that?
I don't. It's on somewhere, I think, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has seen it yet. But I did the Christmas Can song, which was if you've never heard it, it is the most manic Christmas song, and it looks amazing on my house. And the whole time after I did it, Jamie watched it going. I'm like, what? And he goes, that's kind of crazy. I'm like, I know, I love it.
I loved it. I loved it. So that's us. I do like it. I'm down. I'm down for Metal Christmas. I'm down for that noise. No, bring it on, please.
Yep.
Tasha says, congratulations on 100 episodes. Yay, you did a thing. Here's to 100 more. Thank you so much. Love all the effort that you guys put into everything you do. So do I. Thank you so much. Jim says, congratulations on the 100th episode. Been listening from the start. Yay!
Yay!
How about letting some of the subscribers do the intro? Okay. It's okay, you couldn't do the specific intro because you don't know what we're going to talk about, because I don't do the intro until after the podcast is over. I learned that from Tech.tv from Leo Laporte. But if you guys want to make a fake intro and you guys want to send me an audio file, send it to me. Get a hold of me so I see it and stuff, and I would play those. I would love to see you guys do your version of Dan.
We used to do the Fan Friday. It's Fan Friday, and people used to submit their own
Fan Friday,
and I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, do it.
People always did that.
And we're gonna start with you, Jim. You're on the spot. Make me an intro so we can do it. Jordan says, Mazel Tov on 100 episodes, and here's to 100 more. Oh, 100 more.
We got this.
We got this. PJ. Oh, hey, what's up, PJ? Talk about how the world and YouTube have changed since the podcast started. YouTube...
That's its own topic.
YouTube's its own thing. The one thing I will say is I have changed a lot. And since this podcast started, I have left my job to be a full-time creator.
Yeah.
Which has been the most spiraling, crazy thing that I've done in this last year. Oh my gosh.
And
that's a book.
And I think that's the first time I've actually heard you say that out loud with confidence.
That I left to be a creator? I might have not have said it maybe up until I got back from camping.
Yeah.
But yes, I've left my job for that. My house blew up. Oh my gosh, 3 months of sitting here during the height of a pandemic and not having any hot water or a kitchen or anything. My cat died. I went to Michigan a couple times. Like it's been a whirlwind. As far as how YouTube's changed, not as much as my life. Who cares about YouTube? Not as much as my life. We had
YouTube changes on a daily basis.
It changes on a daily basis, right? I've broken up with YouTube 100 times.
Me too.
Yes, but my life has been chaotic. You hit 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
You got new dogs.
Yeah.
Shelby.
Yeah, that happened.
A lot of things.
A lot of things have happened. Yeah.
A lot of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have gotten to see 100 episodes of just two humans' lives and all the things that happen in these lives. I know there's more things that happen, but that's what comes to mind. What comes to mind. Good question, PJ. Mariah says, Maria. M-A-R-I-A. Maria? Yeah.
I'm bad with names.
Talk about how doing the podcast and working together has changed your friendship, if it has. Okay. There's like 2 or 3 questions about that, about our dynamics and our friendship since we started a podcast.
I don't think it's really changed.
I can comment about this. Jess and I have been friends for a lot of years.
Yeah.
The stuff that gets talked about like this, the stuff we talk about we would talk just forever on the phone anyway.
Right.
I'm closer to Jess. We talk, I don't know, all day, every day. Like,
pretty much. And it's YouTube this and YouTube that, and we got to do this. And and now you work for me too. So like we talk a lot, but we also talk a lot about work. But that's like, it's not that it's like, all we do is talk about work. It's our life.
It's our life. Yeah, it's pretty much. It's pretty much our life. I feel like we're really super close. Like we talk about everything, no matter what it is. You work or non-work. We're in each other's lives. The thing is, though, it's hard. Where's another creator at? Find another creator. Where's the guy that likes the same things that you're into? Who whenever I see anybody that likes the Pittsburgh Penguins out here, when I was at the bike shop, I was trying to give people a discount because they were Penguins fans. Like, just to be able to relate it to everybody, it's hard. It's like finding your people. So it's not as easy as you think. Even though there's 1 million creators on YouTube, for some reason we're evenly spread out, and it's hard to find people that can relate to you, or you're frustrated with the video, or it doesn't perform, or you don't know what a title is, or you don't have a thumbnail or anything. Who do you cry to? Crystal and Blake, they don't understand.
Right.
They understand, but they don't understand. They can listen and be like, oh, whatever, but they don't understand.
And that's the same thing. Working on the video today, I put up a video today. It started out 10 out of 10. I was trying, Greg and Jamie were downstairs. I was trying to vent my frustration. And, they had answers. None of them were the right answer. None of them were anything that would have worked. I appreciated the fact that they tried to help, but it wasn't, I can't sit there and explain why this isn't going to work and how I know this isn't going to, how I know all these things, because it's not their space. Jamie does behind the scenes stuff, but it's not the analytics and the dashboard.
No, his stuff's more
that
calculated.
Type of stuff. Exactly.
His stuff's different. I don't think he sits down there and pulls up analytics.
Nope. I don't think he's ever looked at any of that stuff and was, you know, where you and I, you know, when I have a problem or I have this, it's like we're going back and forth on all that stuff. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It is. I love it. Like, if I didn't have you, Jess, like, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I would probably have just, it was always just a hobby. It was always something fun to show my other friends. Like, it was never a thing. So it's hard. And when you find that creator buddy and you find somebody that you can connect to on that same level, you hold on to that. So I feel like we're really, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're a 10. Like, we're really close. Everything in our lives gets shared. Everything. It's Crystal or Blake or Jamie, like everything, or Greg, or like, you know, so we're very close. And I think we've been closer the last couple years than any other years before, because we work together every day.
Yeah, because we work together.
You know? We work together every day. So good question. Steve said, "You guys are Centurions now." We are. We're almost done with these here. Congratulations, Clarine, Charlene. Charlene. Oh my gosh, do not let me name your kids, people. Congratulations on your 100th episode. That's so awesome. I love you guys. Thank you for making these podcasts. You guys are both amazing. I've been a fan since 2012 with Jess and Dan recently after that. Thank you so much. Brittany says, "I love your stuff. I sent an update on the Paint Guys Patreon." Stuff. Oh yeah, when we talked about that painting guy that got fired, but he already got picked up by somebody else.
How come I love your stuff's not a shirt?
I love your stuff should be a shirt. Samantha says, "I've been re-listening to all the episodes because I wanted to be my top podcast on Spotify for 2020. Oh my gosh. I will say I reposted everybody who we were first on. And I appreciate when we rank above Joe Rogan, but there was a handful of you guys out there that we actually ranked higher than like all the other popular podcasts that were on there, and it was so cool to see that we're your favorite podcast. Like I said, there's feedback only goes one way, so like I love that you guys listen to us in your ears, and if you're falling asleep listening to this, wake up. Yes. Congratulations on the 100th episode. Matthew Decker said, "Oh, which version of the Christmas Carol is the best? The one with Scrooge McDuck and Mickey."
Of A Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Muppets.
Oh, I haven't seen the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Muppets.
I just remember the one with Scrooge McDuck where he was trying to screw over Mickey Mouse.
That's a really good one too, but A Muppets Christmas Carol is my favorite version.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's, you know, and there's a lot more people here that are wishing us well wishes. Congratulations. People love the podcast. This is good. I thought there was a great question. Okay, what is the most memorable topic that you two discussed?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if topic, because we pick what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We had an episode that I'll only briefly talk about that we recorded and we didn't like it and we threw it away and we recorded a whole nother episode.
We did that once. That was pretty memorable.
What was your favorite episode? Ooh. I have two. I
really liked our Star Wars movie review for some reason.
That was a really good one too, because we did that with no pressure because it was just a bonus episode.
I really liked that one for some reason.
I really liked that one too. I have two. My favorite.
I was gonna say I also really liked, which we'll do it next week or whatever. But I also really liked the episodes where we talked about the Spotify playlists.
Oh yes, Jess loves music more than anything. I wish I could find you a play date to do a podcast with, where somebody loved music as much as you do, and you guys could just talk about music all the time. I think that would be great. You would do really well on a podcast with someone that loves music like you.
Yeah.
Because everything's music, everything's lyrics. Whatever mood you're in, you'll find lyrics or a song for it. It's really something that I've never really seen anybody like. Crystal, like, she really loves music, but just something about you and music, it's really interesting. So I would love to see you do a show with somebody that will like just con on to every lyric and word. And for me, I don't care if you went wah 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 for the words. I love beats and stuff. That's what I like.
Right.
My favorite episode was two of them. There was one where we did one at Vid Summit in front of people at Vid Summit. And it was this thing where you booked your time, and it was and they would just facilitate everything. You just showed up in a little booth, you recorded the podcast, they gave it to you. I thought that was amazing. The best feedback was when the guy was doing it all weekend, and he said that we had the most chemistry out of anybody he did a podcast with. Yes. And I thought that was the coolest thing. That, and I loved the Christmas episode I did last year where I was Santa.
That was fun too. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. So those two episodes were probably my favorite. As far as a topic that we weren't prepared to discuss, no, we definitely pick and choose, as you guys can tell.
Yeah.
Not much pandemic talk, not much stuff about what's going on in the world, because that's not what our mission was or our goal was. Oh, look, you have one, I have two, and two. If you guys are watching us on the YouTube version of the video, Kira busted her way in here telling us it's time to go, even though she looks like a seal, and I have Mooch that just knocked all my hats off of my head. All Mooch wants to do is lay on top of my amplifier here because it's warm. It's warm.
Kira wants in my lap.
Yes. Okay, so that's it. You guys had some great questions. And thank you to everybody that listens. You know, we do really well. The podcast continues to grow every week. We're growing more and more on our YouTube page every week. We're up to like 3,500 subscribers. Every episode's topping the one before. So I really appreciate it. In a world where you really have to have a slim vertical of what you need to talk about in your videos, in your podcasts to be successful, we do really well being able just to hang out.
Being a variety.
Be variety and be us. The vision that I had for this podcast was a little bit more specific on what we were going to talk about, but the fact that we could just be ourselves and hang out with all of you at home, I think is really what the key is to the podcast. Yeah, so it's definitely taken a different turn than what I thought it was going to be in the beginning, although we're hitting every mark that I thought we would hit, which is being, how do I rephrase this? I don't know how to phrase it. Lovable enough that you guys are okay with hanging out with us every week. Like, you know what you're going to get. You can always put this on speakerphone. We're never going to say anything inappropriate. You can listen to it with your friends. It's just a good time had by all. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. I love this. 100 episodes, Jess. We're an hour and 17 minutes in, so I got to wrap this up because I got to get you and Jamie fed. Otherwise, it's only 4 o'clock here, so I still have
it's 7:30
time.
Here.
Yeah. So I'll let you get out of here. We have a bunch of other topics I'm going to push till next week.
Yeah.
But 100 episodes come and gone. That's fun.
That's crazy.
I love it. I love it that when we're long and gone, there'll always be records and archives of us.
You'll always get to hear our voices.
Before we get out of here, I gotta plug one more thing. You guys better check out Dantics this Saturday night at 6 o'clock Pacific on youtube.com/RFSdan. Last week, we hung our Christmas tree. Super chats, we're getting ornaments on the tree. And this week, I haven't run it by my YouTube lawyer yet, but this week, everybody that super chats, one person will be picked off the tree and get sent one of Crystal's packages of goodies. Over 11 baked items she's baking this week.
Ooh.
And somebody.
How are you gonna pick? Is it just gonna be? Are you gonna pick all the stars off and put them in a hat?
Put all the stars off at the end of the episode and put them in a hat, and somebody's gonna get one of Crystal's snacks. It'll have some Dan stuff in there. So, I'll write a letter and everything in there.
Are you gonna do only the people that? We can talk about this after. But are you gonna do only the people that come watch the show this Friday?
Yes, it's this Friday's.
Okay, so anybody this Friday, are you going to allow them to buy more than one entry?
No. So what's going to happen is what we did last week is I was like, anybody that does a super chat is going to get the name on the tree. Then I spent the first 23 minutes of the episode putting people's names on trees, right? This week they're different color. And for everybody that super chats, it's one entry. No, there's no more than one. Please, if after you've donated, I love you guys. That's no problem. That's fine.
That's what I was wondering.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Just like the stars on the tree. More people were super chatting, but just your star gets on the tree. So I'll put everybody's name and star on the tree, and you guys will get one of Crystal's baked good packages mailed to you. Applicable everywhere inside the lower 48 states. Sorry, Alaska, Hawaii, and Canada.
Yeah, that would be the one thing I would make. Hi.
Yeah, don't worry, Steve. You got a package coming anyway. Like, don't worry. But so you guys will want to tune in for that because I think that's going to be amazing. Crystal's doing her big baking thing this weekend, and you're not going to want to miss your snacks. You already have one coming, Jess, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yay!
Gosh, Memphis is so cute. She looks so white. That's what I love about it. Like, so white.
She needs a bath.
Do you see how like snuggly and soft she is? She's just that way in real life. Exactly that way in real life. What you see on camera is what you get. I have a rag here. Oh, not quite as cute, but still cute, but not quite. Not quite. All right, let me put this cat down. Let's end this episode so we can get you some dinner tonight. I don't know if you already talked about it, Jess, but what are you making for dinner tonight?
Hamburgers.
Oh, nice. I have to do a bratwurst tonight, so tomorrow I have to make pulled pork. It wasn't defrosted enough to put it 6 hours in the crock pot. I was going to make it in the Instapot, but I wanted it to soak in the barbecue and not chicken broth.
Right.
So I'm going to do it in the Instapot. All right.
Yeah, I'm making hamburgers, and then I'm making a TikTok cake. Because TikTok made me do it. It's like Oreos, and then pie filling, and then whipped cream cheese, and then you take a box cake, and you pour it on there. Don't mix it. and then you put a bunch of butter on the top, and then you bake it for 45 minutes. I have no idea if it's going to turn out, but I'm going to try it.
But I can't wait to see the TikTok on this.
Right?
All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything that you guys have done for us over this last 100 episodes. Without you, we would just be a phone call every day where we just hang out and talk. So thank you so much for that. And we'll be doing great things next year. We'll just keep on doing more of the same and keep evolving it every week. I love watching, this evolve. And for those of you that want to be a creator, go back and watch episode 1 till now and see what it takes to do this. It's obtainable. You can do it at home.
It is.
Please do it. So
that was one of the things I wrote when I made my update on Facebook about the 1 million subscriber play button. Don't ever let anybody tell you that your idea is stupid or that you can't do something, because they're just wrong. They're wrong.
Yep. Don't listen to them, because then
it's the best fuel for it is the best fuel for the fire when somebody says you can't do that. Just to look at him and go, oh yeah, watch me.
Yeah, that's what motivates you more than anything. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast, episode 100. Listen to us every Wednesday on your favorite music app. Rep our merch at ccmousepodcast.shop. Find us everywhere on every form of social media at CC Mouse Podcast, and we'll see you next week. Same mouse time, same mouse podcast. Jess, we did a thing. I'm taking it. We did it. We did it. We did 100 things. I love it. I love this. And thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.